Alright, man, look. Fresh from the gym. Took down my eats. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I had to give me some McDonald's. Sorry. The snack wrap go crazy. I add my own seasoned rice to it. Some fries. Some chili, some creamy chili sauce. Pause. Some Chick-fil-A sauce. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all, I got the plug. But look, though. Today we got Mr. Michael Wang, right? Exclusive. Guys, when was the last time y'all heard an exclusive interview from Mike Wang, from a respected 2K legend, bro? That boy. If you really rock with bro, that boy. But yeah, let's get into this, man, because I want to hear what Mike Wang got to say, bro, because let's just get into this, bro. Because this dude Mike Wang, bro, I'll tell you what, man.
Hey, David, he looks like he has a blue outline. Is it just the monitor?
It's probably just the peaking.
It's his aura.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his aura.
Let's get right into it. One of the biggest talking points from last year's game, the RNG in shooting.
Mike Wang, I'm not gonna lie, bro. See, the way how I be feeling sometimes, bro, when I play the game, bro, it's like, I just can't stop looking at your shoes, bro. Like, for all the pain and stress, I'll probably just ask you to just run that shit, bro. I'll just tell you just run that shit, bro. Like, just run that shit. Give me that shit. Come up off that shit, bro. Cause like, I'm thinking about all the times, bro, like, where the gameplay, Mike Wang, the gameplay, like, come on, bro. Like, just, please, man, please, just make sure that the gameplay is, like, playable, bro. Cause that's why I probably couldn't even be at a community day, cause I couldn't even sit around Mike Wang without really asking him, like, yo, bro, like, what's up with you, bro? Like, really want to test his energy, like, to see what's up, like, what's going on here.
What can you tell us about shooting this year, and can you compare it to a past 2K?
Okay, so we've talked about this online a little bit. There's no RNG in shooting. I'm going to say that with an exception. There's RNG.
He needs some milk.
Father, can you hear me?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Jesus, take the wheel. Father God, help me, please. Yo, the video just started, bro. Yo, look at this doofus. Look at this doofus, bro. This man is gonna say there's no RNG in shooting, but with an exception, it's already fried, bro. It's the same shit. It's the same shit again. I'm telling y'all, bro. I've been playing this game since 2K9, bro. Ain't nobody about to tell me nothing, bro. God damn, bro. Yo. All right, I'm gonna hold off on that because maybe he might make a comeback.
Still in like those quick heaves that you get in shooting. Okay, so we've talked about this online a little bit. There's no RNG in shooting. I'm going to say that with an exception. There's RNG still in like those quick heaves that you get at the ends of buzzers, buzzer beaters, and like half court, full court heaves. Okay, so that's still.
We know 2K can't balance the game to save their life. So even if it's in a quickie, or even if it's in a full court shot, the fact that RNG is still lingering in shooting, if y'all know 2K, y'all know damn well they don't know how to balance that. They don't know how to make sure that stuff is balanced ever. When has 2K ever balanced anything properly? GG's. I'm gonna be rhythm shooting.
Fair enough. That's still gonna use a dice roll, but everything else is straight green windows, pure green windows. They scale based on attributes and coverage and all of the badges and everything. But those windows, once they're set by those things, if you can time your shot in those windows, you will hit the shot.
So theoretically, you can time your shot in those windows. You can shoot 100%.
You can shoot 100%. Yeah. So compared to past 2Ks, that one's hard to answer because we really have never done this before. The closest was probably 24. 24 we had a pure green window, a little bit larger one, but that one even had RNG on the edges. So what happened there is like, it was a really tight window that most people probably couldn't hit consistently. And then that would bleed out to like 0% chance on the edges. So we still used a dice roll to keep the numbers like so people wouldn't go like over 10. They would at least hit some shots if they were kind of sloppy on their timing.
Right.
So that was the idea there.
So you'd say it's like a more skilled base 2K24 shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are crazy good at shot timing, and you take good shots, you're gonna destroy people.
You're gonna separate yourselves from other players.
Absolutely. And to offset that, I'll throw that out there too, is that one of the reasons why we felt we could go this way is because defense is stronger. So contests, they're powerful. If you can get a hand up, and I watch you guys play a lot. I know you guys.
Really? Let me get some more water. Yeah. Got some more water, but
Guys are really good at doing this. So you know when to jump, you know when to stay down, you know when to be in hands up.
That's the thing, Mike Wang. Are you actually going to reward us for playing defense for once? Like, are you going to cave into the community when they're upset that they can't just shoot in someone's face for free? Because year after year, this happens. As soon as defense is good, everybody cries. But it's okay for offense to be good. It's okay for people to shoot from half court. It's okay for people to get contact dunks. It's okay for people to do post hooks and post fadeaways. It's okay for people to lay the shit out of people. All type of stuff. All the offensive things are like you go crazy with it. But as soon as you know how to play defense and steal the ball, all this stuff is such an issue. So did they really adjust this defense thing they're talking about? And can we actually contest a shot this year? Like, because last year we weren't able to do it. It was just like sad. It was just sad. That's all I can say. Just sad.
People who master that, they're going to be able to ding these shooters hard enough where it's going to be such a hard window to hit that consistently, at least, that you're going to keep the percentages down. So I'm not too worried because at least all the play tests we've been having, we're getting good numbers.
So we'll segue into shot contests then. It seems like it can be challenging to find a balance, right? You have attributes, badges, player heights, player wingspans, hand placements on the contest. How do you try to balance it to make it to a point where you're not getting contests when you shouldn't, and then you are, it's not too strong, too weak? How do you find the balance between all those factors?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's just a lot of iteration, and it's seeing what feels right. And the hardest thing about contests, I'm going to say, is usually what happens is in the 2K cam view when you're playing live with no replays, sometimes things don't look as contested as they are, or vice versa. Yep. Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a crowd of dudes on the guy. Why is it like a 2% contest? And usually it's because two guys are flat-footed, one guy's behind the shooter, and it looks really crazy, but it's actually pretty open. And so it's really hard to dissect. I
understand what he said right there, but still, we're talking about the contest, the closeout. What you're saying is common sense, Mike Wayne. We know that. Sometimes people will hit shots in crowds because they literally didn't get contested, and that's okay. We're talking about when you actually do close out. What's the focus on that? We don't give a about everything else you just said. We care about this because this has not been working for the past 12 months. Okay? So I hope you know that.
Every little clip.
If you were to freeze frame it at the point of the release, it's actually...
You can kind of see why the game is saying this is not a heavily contested shot. Even though to your eyes, in real time, in the heat of battle, it might look contested. But yeah, it's really just a lot of balancing and trying to make it so that, everything's a factor. We want people to invest in good perimeter defense or interior defense on the inside. We want to make sure that, height is effective, wingspan's important. All those things got to be important.
Right.
And not, overpower each other.
Staying on the topic of shooting, rhythm shooting was added to 2K25. You've already talked about how rhythm shooting is different this year, and we kind of need to recalibrate our brains in terms of how to think about it. You've also talked about how you want button and rhythm shooting to both be viable options. What are some factors you would say people should consider when they decide if they want to shoot with the button or with the stick?
It's going to be labbing, I think. It's going to be finding a shot that works for you and finding out what you're good at. Because it's, I guess my analogy, maybe it's not a good one, but it might be like if shooting with the button is like shooting a free throw, and shooting with the stick is like shooting a deep three-pointer with maybe a slightly larger basket. It's like one might be easier for somebody and one might be harder for somebody, but it really depends on the person.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that bap, man. I'm not trying to hear that bap. Look, guys, rhythm shoot, okay? Like, they already said it last year. They can break. Listen, they're bringing it back. They're not going to be able to do much with the change because they recycle the gameplay every year. Rhythm shooting is literally going to be what you need to use because you literally get a boost. It was happening to me all of 2K25 for as much as I played it. And when I finally decided to switch to rhythm shooting, it was like, yo, there's no point for me to shoot with the button. So I don't know how the hell they're going to... Again, biggest word when it comes to 2K is balance. They always have an issue balancing something. So you need to just find what's OP and just utilize it immediately. Because you're not going to get a boost using the square button, but they will give you a boost for shooting with the stick, which we call it rhythm shooting. So whatever they say they did to revitalize it or, you know, reconstruct it, it's pretty much going to be the same exact thing. So I'm not hearing them say nothing that's making me believe, okay, I should shoot with the button. No. I was stubborn at first too, y'all. I was like, nah, I'm shooting with the button. It's easier. But when you start shooting with the right stick, bro, I'm telling you guys right now, you're going to make a lot more shots than you can even think.
Like, some people are just going to get it. Some people are going to be in rhythm shooting and be like, I understand that tempo is what really matters. I got to get a certain speed of my stick throw to master shooting. And some people are like, I don't get it. I just can't hit a shot. I just see the window. I want to use the button. And that's fine. And then some people are going to be in the middle. Like, Wolf's one of our best players internally. And he's like, yeah, he has this crazy formula. He's like, I'll use button for this case. I'll use stick for this case. I'll use stick for this case. Button for this case.
So
he's
Oh, I will be honest, guys. This is true, though, because if you guys don't know, my main playstyle is shot creating, right? So I'm always fading away. I'm always taking spin jump shots. For an example, when I do a spin jump shot, I'm actually not able to utilize the right stick to the same capacity because it's just a little bit more difficult. It's easier to double tap the square button or the X button if you're on Xbox and utilize the spin shot. Or if I'm running to the baseline on either side or at the wings, I can just easily fade away with the square button. Now, sometimes obviously the right stick is a little bit easier on the fadeaways, but in terms of the spin jump shot, I definitely have to use the square button. So it definitely is going to vary for everybody else. Like, I'm not using my right stick to do a spin jump shot or a sidestep jump shot. There's just certain shots that's a little bit too difficult to use the right stick for, and it's a quicker motion if I use the square button. So it's going to vary for everybody, man. But in terms of just straight up taking a jump shot, I think everybody should just use the right stick because I see no point in using the square button. And I'm sure 2K doesn't want it to be like that. But at the end of the day, bro, the game just has an issue with being balanced, bro. And it's a real issue. And it's like, for as long as the game's not going to be balanced, people are going to utilize what is OP and what is in, what's working in everybody's favor. So it is what it is.
Yeah, certain shots it might be easier for you. And for me, I do rhythm shoot. I rhythm shoot everything, and that's just how I play. But yeah, some people are mixing it up.
Y'all heard what he just said. He rhythm shoots everything. If this is the gameplay director telling you he rhythm shoots everything, y'all gonna still run around, shoot the square button, and cry like a thought? If you want to cry like a thought, cry like a thought. But don't get mad when he just told you he rhythm shoots everything. Use your comments and say, oh, the gameplay director rhythm shoots everything. I'm going to rhythm shoot too, because clearly rhythm shoot is more beneficial. It's very simple. It's not that hard to understand. Y'all know how I went to school and the teacher was like 1 + 1 = 2. It's literally that simple. So just don't cry like a thought. Just do what you need to do.
Or just pure button. And that's kind of one of the metrics for me, actually, is internally, what are people doing? What are they gravitating towards to be successful? And I've found that it's really a good mix. So I think we're in a decent spot. And I don't know why I want this, but I think rhythm shooting is cool. And if it was, up to me, everyone would at least try it. But like we said earlier, it's like I didn't want it to be like last year. There was definitely an advantage,
right?
And there might be an advantage this year if you find it easier because you just happen to understand the mechanic better. But really, you can't go wrong with either.
So if someone's not like you, if they don't like rhythm shooting,
listen to the uncertainty in his voice. I'm gonna replay that for y'all real quick.
There might be an advantage this year if you find it last year.
Listen, guys, listen.
There was definitely an advantage,
right?
And there might be an advantage this year if you find it easier because you just happen to understand the mechanic better.
He just said there might be an advantage. Bro, as a gameplay director, you need to be certain on what the hell y'all just developed for this past year. Because you saying, oh, last year was an advantage, right? You're saying last year was an advantage. And now you're trying to speak as if it's like, oh, it's not going to be that way. And then in the same breath, you're like, there might be an advantage. Bro, it's going to be the same thing. I'm putting y'all on game right now, bro. I'm putting y'all on game. I'm telling y'all, bro, it's going to be the same exact thing. You heard him say there might be an advantage. Rhythm shooting is going to have an advantage over button shooting. It's the same system from last year. 2K just implemented this system just last year. So they're not going to completely be able to revamp it within the matter of 1 year. We know how this works. So you better rhythm shoot. That's all I got to say.
But really, you can't go wrong with either.
So if someone's not like you, if they don't like rhythm shooting, it's like you shoot with the button, you're on the level playing field. It's just it's just preference.
And some people are going to be like destroying people on the button, and if you force them to rhythm shoot, they'd probably go 0 for 10.
Yeah.
So it's really, yeah. The goal is to make it both viable. Whether they're equal, I don't know if there's even a way to put a metric behind that, because I don't know how to gauge something that's that different, right? It's just different.
With the addition of the Badge Max Plus 2 perk, you're going to be able to boost badges multiple levels now. Can you speak to how effective it's going to be? Let's say, your 78 three-pointer is typically silver set shot. Mm-hmm. How effective is it going to be to boost it to 78 three-pointer with half set shot versus actually getting the requirement of three-pointer to unlock the badge level? Like, how can we...
This is a great question, yo. Shout out Joe, bro. Shout out Joe. This is an insane great question.
Kind of in our brains define like how much better it's going to be.
That's a very difficult question.
All right.
It's very nuanced. And the thing about badges is they're situational, right? So a rating is going to be more global, and it's going to affect you everywhere, but the badges might be certain situations or certain contexts. So you have to consider that, like what kinds of shots are you taking? So yeah, generally speaking, I would just say find the shots that you like to take or that you tend to take, find out the badge that's going to work best for, and then go all in on that badge. That's better than getting like bronze everything. Bronze everything is going to be like, it's not going to do a lot for you, to be honest. You're going to want to go at least silver or gold to see some effects from that badge. Otherwise, just go in on your attributes and, that's going to be more beneficial to you.
All right, let's switch gears. Finishing. We've seen 2Ks where finishing is...
I don't know if you really just answered that question, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section, because he kind of just scrambled my brain as well. I think he scrambled Joe's brain too, because he just switched the topic, and it's just like, bro, what? Like, 78 three-pointer, silver set shot specialist. You use your badge max plus 2, and you get your shot specialist or your set shot specialist to Hall of Fame with the 78 three-pointer. You're going to be effective, bro. Obviously, you're going to see more effectiveness with that, and it's going to be good for you to have, because you might have that 78 three-pointer, be able to boost the badges up to that point, but then, you get that balance you were looking for with your other, your other stats and everything else. So it's going to work out. But guys, also remember, you're not going to be able to do badge max plus 2 until you hit like a certain level, if they still have that. I don't know if I haven't even seen levels. I think they might have it in there. I don't know. But you only can utilize that after you get to like a certain level. It's like level 30 or something like that. So it's not like people are going to be utilizing it from day one and all that stuff. So still a cool feature by 2K. So I ain't tripping about that.
It's been insane, dunks, layups, floaters, all types of things. We've also seen years where it's been a bit hit or miss and a little inconsistent. It seems like this year was an area of focus, with custom layups and bringing back the visible green window on dunks and layups. Just talk about the challenges in terms of finding a balance, because again, there's so many factors: attributes, badges, player momentum, player size, height, all those things. How do you find that balance so that it's not overpowered, but it's also not inconsistent?
Yeah, that's another difficult one. Just one of the things I'll say from the outset is,
bro, Mike Wang, is you a hoe or something, bro? Oh, Michael Wang, is you a hoe? How are these difficult questions to you, the gameplay director? The man is asking you a simple question about balancing the goddamn game. Talking about something that's a difficult question, bro. What the? Bro, what's up? Let's listen to what Joe Noja just said again, and let's see how difficult of a question that really was. Cause this man about to piss me off, bro. Hold on, bro.
One the visible green. It seems like this year was an area of focus, with custom
Let's see how difficult of a question this really was. Listen to what Joe No just said, because Michael Wang's about to piss me off, y'all.
layups and bringing back the visible green window on dunks and layups. Just talk about the challenges in terms of finding a balance, because again, there's so many factors: attributes, badges, player momentum, player size, height, all those things. How do you find that balance so that it's not overpowered, but it's also not inconsistent?
Yeah, that's another difficult one. Just one of the things I'll say from the outset is one of the goals for our team this year was, and this sounds weird, but we wanted every play style to be OP. So, you've maybe heard that before, right?
Yeah.
So
That's the first good thing I heard this man just say. That's the first good thing I heard this man just say. Every playstyle needs to be OP. Sharpshooters need to be OP. Dribble heads need to be OP. Shot creators need to be OP. Slashers, dunkers, finesse layup finishers need to be OP. Post scorers, whatever you want. Everybody on offense needs to be OP, right? But you know what else needs to be OP? Defense. So guess what happens when that is the case? Now we see who's really good at the game, because there's no more complaining on offense because everybody got a bag on offense, right? And defensively, if you are doing I'm not saying people should just be able to just run at you and spam square and just get a steal and get a steal, get a steal. Even though people spam a lot of offensive moves, I understand defense being spammed can be bad. I'm saying if I have a lockdown, max wingspan, I'm all up on you, and you try to take a dumb shot, you should be taking a goofy shot to where you're damn near airballing the shot. Everybody should be OP, because what's gonna happen is if we keep having these meta builds like 21 next gen, like 2K23 6'9" point guards, no one's going to want to play the game anymore, and everybody's going to just go wait to the next year or wait for a next crazy game to come out or a next basketball game. So to stop that cycle, Mike Wang is right. Everybody should be OP when it should be done the right way. And let's hear what this fool got to say, man, because at this point, I don't really got no faith in Mike Wang no more, bro. I'm sorry.
it sucks when there's one dominant play style or two dominant play styles.
Obviously,
if you created a slasher and even a layup slasher, like really specific thing, you want to be a guy who just finishes like Kyrie. That you can do that and you can be effective and you can like kill people with that.
Yeah.
But if you were like, some glass cleaning interior defensive guy, and if you invest everything in that and you get good at that, you can just, stop everything in the paint.
If everything's OP, then it's kind of just like pick what you want to be.
Yeah, pick what you want to be.
Yeah.
We want there to be a diversity in play styles. But to answer your question with slashing, yeah, it was a point of emphasis, especially with layups and dunks, to make slashing just more of a game, like more of a weapon.
Right.
Because we knew going in, these thinking green or miss is back. People are gonna be like, okay, I'm making a 3-point shooter. I'm gonna left, right, cheese behind screens and just pull every shot. It's not as easy as it sounds. So don't think you're going back to 2K24. It's different, especially I mentioned with the contest. So I encourage people to try out a bunch of different styles before they commit to what they're building.
One way to play.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it already downstairs, but like floaters are tough. Like they're really strong, and if you get in your bag and you find
Mike Wang, stop trying to act like this is something that we didn't already know. Everybody that played 2K been know floaters have always been good. It's just that people don't really care to use them that much. That's just the God honest truth. Like, floaters have always been a shot that is a makeable shot. Now, let me be a little bit fair. I will say in 2K25, they weren't that great. I'm not saying it was super OP, but if you utilize the floaters, you were able to make them a little bit more times than not. But over the years, floaters have been pretty good for the most part. It was only 2K25 that I can really remember where it was kind of just like, bro, what's going on here? Like, but don't try to act like the floaters is like some new thing. Like, oh shit, like this shit, so it's nice now, it's viable. Like, shut the up, bro, please.
and the custom layup package that you want for your guy, you're going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, you can be exploding downhill and stop on a dime and just float it over the bit. Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah. And dunks too. You've seen it. We made dunks easier. It's just hold down on stick now. It's not a big Mortal Kombat throw, as people call it.
Seems like even like standing dunks as well, like standing meter dunks, everything seems a bit more...
Yeah, okay. A little worried about 7-4s, but I think they're okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. When it comes to dribbling in 2K20...
It's official, guys. 7-4s are going to be the best build in 2K. It's official. You want to make the best build in 2K? You already just said.
Like standing meter dunks, everything seems a bit more.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little worried about 7.4s, but I think they're okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. When it comes
He's a little worried about 7.4s. Guys, Wembanyama build coming soon. I'm going to make the Wembanyama build early for y'all boys because that's going to be my second build that I make. That just confirms it. I'm going to make a Wembanyama build. You want to know why? Because of the fact that the gameplay director just said he's going to be worried about him. Going to make me a 7.4 build and it's going to be one of the best builds in the game. Okay? Simple. And you should too.
to dribbling in 2K26, what was your vision? What did you see and what did you want to execute? And are we going to see big builds being explosive and popping off the dribble like LeBron and Durant and all the taller players in real life?
I wouldn't say popping, but they're definitely moving better.
Okay.
The goal for dribbling at a high level was to make it more explosive. Let players branch and chain moves together more readily, more freely. Have moves generally be more explosive, both launching out of them and just chaining between moves. And then just putting a lot of different combos in that haven't been in the game for a while or never have been in the game.
Right.
So that's exciting to me always. Working on the dribbler is just like, what can I Easter egg into this thing? Not tell anybody about. It's not in 2K. Learn 2K. You just
See
gotta
how
go.
long it takes them to find it?
Yeah, gotta wait till Steezo's video comes out, or you gotta like get in the lab and you gotta just cook. So, yeah, discoverability to me is like one thing that I'm excited
All
about
right, he know about Steez. He know about Steez on that shit. Okay.
for dribbling, and I think people are gonna find like their dribble style and all the moves that you can set up with your guy,
Yeah.
and find the right combo that that you're good at and get in their bag. And
Yeah, I messed with it a little bit, and it definitely feels more explosive. Even the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", yeah, definitely compared to last year, much more. I know you said not poppy, but I would describe it as more, burst.
yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Shea, our cover guy, because a lot of his animations are pretty tough. So he's a good dribble style to try out too, I'd say, for the bigger guards.
So judging by the things you've tweeted and answered questions on, it seems like you're kind of leaning towards a more skill-based defensive system in the game. Like you said, pluck steals have been nerfed, but blitz steals will be rewarded. It seems like if you outplay your opponent, that's what you're looking to reward defensively. Was that the idea going into kind of revamping how defense is played?
Especially with steals. Steals have been, for a long time, haven't had much of a game to them.
Right.
It was kind
Why is that why? Mike Wang, what the? Ooh. All right, let's just try to be a little bit more. No, fuck that. Mike Wang, why the fuck have steals not been a thing? Do y'all gotta get knocked out or something, bro? I'm starting to think physical reinforcement is the only thing that's gonna really help y'all boys really lock in, bro. Because did you hear what you just said? In a basketball game, the steals have not even been how? Why are people able to dribble like crazy year after year for the most part, and the steals is always like, we just can't get a steal to save our life. Someone's dribbling in our face. Someone runs right to where we're at. Run right to where we standing right there. We time it still perfectly. Nothing. We get a deflection. The ball keeps going out of bounds. We try to intercept the pass. The ball goes on the other side of the court. You pluck the ball loose. The offensive player gets the ball back. Can we reward the defender for playing defense for once with a steal, Mike Wang, please? For the love of God, please?
of a ratings-based dice roll.
Amen.
So that's when I said the pluck steals are gone.
Yeah.
The ones that are just calculated by like, here's your rating, here's my rating, I hit the button, let's just play an animation out.
Oh, is this mascot heaven?
Not quite. Basement storage at NJM.
NJM is proud to put policyholders first.
That's all gone. So actually, you guys inspired me a lot. Watching Black Market play and watching like Bauer play defense, I call him out. I guess it's all you guys, but especially Bauer, and like how good he is at anticipating and cutting the dribbler off. I wanted that to be the game. Like if you can read where the ball handler is going and then hit steal at the right time. We spent a lot of time on that too, just the ball targeting on steals and playing the right animations, the quicker generally, the animations themselves. So. And not locking you into them as much. But yeah, that whole, the IQ part was important to me. Yeah.
actually having some stick skill to be rewarded for a steal instead of just, like you said, pressing a button and the game gives it to you.
Yeah, and that was, like I said, the top of the thing is like that was across the board, right? So, but especially with defense, steals, blocks are the same way. We didn't want to just be like, okay, your rating's good, you block everything.
Right.
It's got to be, you got to time it, you got to read, you got to know when to jump, when to stay down, those kinds of things.
I saw some people follow up that they were concerned, like, oh, so what's the point of even going high steal? From my experience playing 2K, the higher your steal, the better reach animations you get. Not just plucks, just better, quicker reaches. You recover faster instead of getting into a long, kind of stumbly reach animation. I'm assuming that's consistent this year.
Yeah, and you even have like, we actually have different collision radius with the hands based on your steal rating. So there'll be times where, like, if you're the ball and I have a lower steal rating, if I get like right on the edge of it and I'll miss it, but that extra couple of like sometimes inches or less than inches can make a difference between a steal and not a steal. So that stuff's all impacted by your steal rating. So there's reason to invest in steal, especially if you want to be a lock or a two-way. You're going to need it.
You touched on it a little already in terms of the build and play style diversity you're looking to create. Is there anything else gameplay-wise that you would say you're hopeful creates that diversity in 26?
Besides the builds themselves and the takeover system, I think I mentioned on Twitter, we opened up some of the requirements too for like dribble styles and for dribble moves. That so the rule kind of was, if it was like an 80 rating requirement, and you were like, it was like for swings only or for smalls only, that got moved to both. So that's kind of the rule. So I know people were saying like, okay, well that means that like LeBron can get Kyrie's moves, and that's not how it works.
Right.
Kyrie's still going to be limited to the small guards because it's such a high rating.
Yep.
But yeah, opening some of that up is going to, I think, hopefully create some build diversity, or give people options at least. Like if they're only choosing a small guard because they want a certain dribble move style or a certain move itself, maybe they can open that up to a 6'5" or 6'6" now, or 6'7", something like that.
Big shout out to Mike for sitting down with me, but if y'all want to check out this gameplay in action, click that video on the screen right there. That's the NBA 2K26 gameplay breakdown. You don't want to miss it.
All right, y'all. So what I'll say is this, right? I want to like Mike Wang, bro. I really do. He's not a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from Mike Wang. It's just that, like, the frustration of 2K, man, it just pisses me off. And I know it's pissed a lot of people off. And you're just like, yeah, I'll just say that about Mike Wang. He seems like a really good guy. Seems like he wants the game to be better. But again, it's not all up to him. I'll just say that. It's not all up to him. He's not the one making the entire game. So there's a lot more things I could change with 2K. And it's not all on Mike Wang. But you know what? For now, I'm going to take back the F Mike Wangs. It's still Ronnie 2K though, because, I mean, what the does he even do? So it's Ronnie. But I take back the Mike Wang and Ronnie. But besides that, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. Also, guys, be sure to follow me on TikTok, JRRanksYT. It's literally going to be the link in the description. We're going to get to 10,000 followers before the end of this year. And I want you guys to be a part of that journey. So, yeah, it's your boy JRRanks, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him. Gang, nobody doing like him. That nigga hate everyone cause he broke, and that's why nobody like him. Gang, SD Glow, now he talking this shit.